Good morning. Just my subject is navigating future university teaching. So before I start with, in this case, you are very important. Maybe as me standing here or more than it. So let's know who you are before we start. I know a lot of people, they are good friends of mine, and some of them are very new to me. So let's introduce each other. That's better, Yeah. So we will pass the mic to you and let's know who you are. Then we will interact. This is not a class or lecture, because you know that when I was very young, it is told that when I was in university, it was told that if you can do, if you cannot teach others. You know that? If you can do it, you cannot teach others. Then when I grow up and older, now I learned that even some communities, the word teaching is a bit derogatory. They call facilitating. We cannot teach, in my mind, because my older teachers tell that we can teach. I believe that I cannot teach. I can facilitate. I believe that because even the term, there's kind of concept there, So I like to facilitate something. I like to share something, and let us interact each other. Know each other. Let's see the possibilities. We have Professor Nasir here with us. He's the one, maybe I have to tell something on him. We have been together more, maybe around 2 decades. Because I was not working with him earlier, but we travel all over the world. We went together to USA and Australia. More than that, we developed some curriculum for K-12, and we edited together 3 volumes. One for, that may be interesting for you, 2 for Routledge, 1 for Palgrave, and he is a series editor of Routledge volume, one series. He is a series editor. So you also may be interested, to come up with articles in peer review journals, So it will help, sometimes you to connect to him and personally interact. This is the maybe in foreign universities, especially, as a teacher, they are not asking how many students were in your class, how many hours you taught. They will ask, what are your publications? How many books? Then they will ask, who are the publisher? That's very important. You know that. So, let me know about you first.
Good morning, everyone. I am Colonel Nisar Ahmed CB, an army veteran who served the country through the length and breadth of our great country for 33 years. Retired in 2016 as the Director of Defence Security Corps, and now I am working with Safi College, Social Advancement Foundation of India, as the Director. Thank you.
I am Dr. Mohammed Ali, former Principal of Mumbai MES College Autonomous and MES KVM College Palacheri, and also Majlis Arts and Science College Autonomous. I had occasion with Professor Abbas Manekal and Dr. Hussain sir. Because we invited, when I was principal at Mumbai MES, we invited them to our college. And thank you.
Okay. Joining us.
Good morning. My name is Mohammad Razi VP. I am Marcus Arts and Science College.
Right.
My name is Tabassum Wahidi. I am from Kashmir. I am working as an assistant professor in MES Mumbai College.
Great.
I am Dr. Shahnaz Begum, Assistant Professor at HOD, PG and Research Department of Commerce in MES Mumbai College.
Good morning. I am Ashik Sultan, working as an Assistant Professor in the Department of Management Studies at MES Mumbai College.
Myself Salahuddin, working as HOD, Department of History, MES Mumbai.
MES. Great. No, just why I clap, So you will be active. Okay.
I'm Aziz Taruvana, working from Farouk College, Department of Malayalam and Literature.
I know him very well. We are good friends. And also, I have one tip. Maybe, whenever I do, I think that it's for me. When I clap, it's for me. I will be energized. So do everything for you, not for your students, not for anybody. Do for you. When you teach something new, you will learn new. So whatever you do, think that you are doing for you, not for any others. Okay? So the clapping for ourselves, not for the person.
Hi all, I'm Sajita and I'm working as an assistant professor in PG Department of English at CPA College of Global Studies, Puttarathan. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Sauda, working as an assistant professor at CPA College of Global Studies.
Great.
I'm Nizamuddin Hassani, HOD and assistant professor of CPA College, PG Department of Commerce, and yesterday my gig economy book released by Abbas Manakal, and other two books are published there. Kudumbam Sorgamakan, some other books. And when I was studying degree in Arikodu Majma, I read a book, Deshiya Itiham, written by Abbas Manakal. It is translation of Mahathir Muhammad, I think. Okay.
Yeah. For just thank you so much. No, just for your information, I thought when I was young, no, please have a seat. I thought of publishing here. Then I didn't publish for long a time. I published with Kurkusar at the time, and then I didn't publish maybe 10 years because I realized that this is not the publication I have to do. Then I published after 10 years now with 3 international publishers. Then my new book, it's now declared by Bloomsbury. It's on Malabar Rebellion. I'll talk to you on that maybe a little bit, because if you Google that, you will see that the book title is Musliar King. It will be, Bloomsbury has declared it online. You will see that it will be coming in October. So we have to shoot the higher level, wait for maybe 5 years. We have time. Be patient, wait, and publish with the best in the world. Okay? No, just a tip.
Hamza, working as a higher secondary teacher at SSM Higher Secondary School, Tayalika.
Myself, Hashim. I'm a sociology teacher, and recently I took a new role as the principal of Darul Hidayah Arts and Science College.
Great.
मैं लतिका मैनन, मैं मंजेरी एर्ना नॉलेज सिटी कॉलेज में प्रोफेसर हूँ, और मैं जो बर्थ प्लेस में केरला नहीं है, वो मध्य प्रदेश में मेरा बर्थ हुआ था, और मैं भी हिंदी में, क्योंकि अभी कोई हिंदी वाले नहीं दिखाई दे रहे हैं, तो
थोड़ा मालूम, हुसैन साहब not better and there are Hindi people.
से लिखती हूँ, कहानी हिंदी मलयालम पोएम और सब लिखती हूँ, तो तीन सॉन्ग रिकॉर्ड कर ली हूँ, और दो दीपक देव गाया था, और एक चित्रा अरुण, चित्रा अरुण उन्होंने रिकॉर्ड कर ली हूँ, बाकी से लिख रही हूँ, प्रिपरेशन कर रही हूँ, हिंदी पैट्रियोटिक सॉन्ग भी तैयार कर रही हूँ कॉलेज की ओर से, पैट्रियोटिक सॉन्ग विश्व करने के लिए आप सबका जो प्रार्थना मेरे साथ होनी चाहिए, ये है, मेरे को कुछ नहीं बोलने।
Thank you so much. Great job.
Myself, Subaiba, teacher, Government Higher Secondary School, Perivallur.
Myself, Dr. Shahid Ramzan, Professor and HOD, Department of Economics, Government Arts and Science College, Kozhikode.
Hi, myself, Abdul Ghafoor, working as a teacher at Akim Higher Secondary School, Kotor.
Good morning. Honored to be part of this program. Myself, Sharvana, currently working as an assistant professor from PSMA College, and specialized in archaeology. I completed diploma from Delhi under the guidance of Archaeological Survey of India. Thank you.
Myself, Harish, I'm the assistant professor in botany and also CPA College of Global Studies.
Good morning. Shinna K. I'm assistant professor in CPA College, Department of Chemistry.
Great.
Myself, Musra, working as an assistant professor, Department of Zoology, CPA College of Global Studies.
Hi all, I am Rahla Sherry, working as an assistant professor in PG Department of Commerce and Management Studies, Sahia College, London.
Hello sir, my name is Fatima Fassana, working as an assistant professor at Sahia Arts and Science College, Hondur.
Hi all, my name is Nisana Mustafa. I am working as an assistant professor at Sahya Arts and Science College, Vandoor.
Hi all, my name is Muran Joshi, working as an assistant professor of PG Department of Commerce and Management Studies, Sahya Arts and Science College, Vandoor.
Hi all, I'm Isla. I'm working as an assistant professor of Food Technology Department at CPA College of Global Studies.
I'm Adira, working as an assistant professor in Food Technology Department, CPA College.
Hello everyone, I'm Asifa. I'm working as an assistant professor in Department of Psychology, CPA College of Global Studies.
I'm Surya from CPA College of Global Studies.
Hello all, I'm Bashira, working as an assistant professor in PG Department of English, CPA College.
Hi all, I am Shamila, working as an assistant professor Bafeki Yathingana Arts and Science College, Kalpachi.
Hi, good afternoon all. I am Simera Kete, working as an assistant professor Bafeki Yathingana Arts and Science College.
Back side. Let's finish.
Hi, I am Abdul Razak, working as a driver, CPA College of Global Studies.
Hello, I am Mohammad Jabir, working as an assistant professor, Commerce Department, CPA College of Global Studies.
Hi all, I am Haris Childal from CPA Global Studies, Putrathane.
Hi all, I am Hasia at CPA College of Putrathane.
Hi all, my name is Mary Joby, working as an assistant professor in CPA College of Global Studies.
Myself Sania, working as an assistant professor, CPA College of Global Studies.
I'm Basila Shering, working as an assistant professor in Department of Management Studies, CPA College of Global Studies.
Myself is Bindua, HOD of PG Department of Commerce Corporation, CPA College of Global Studies.
Jafar from CPA College of Global Studies, assistant professor in Arabic language.
Morning to all. My name is Mujib Rahman, working as assistant professor, CPA College Global Studies, Department in Arabic.
I'm Meena, working as an assistant professor, CPA College, Malayalam Department.
Hi all, I'm Selena. I'm working as an assistant professor, Department of Tourism in CPA College.
I am Shemim TV, working as an assistant professor in Department of Tourism, CPA College.
Gogol Krishnan, same, CPA College of Global Studies, assistant professor in Tourism Department.
Hi, I'm Mary Herida from CPA College of Global Studies, working as an assistant professor in English.
Hi all, I am Asha, working as assistant professor CPA College of Global Studies.
Good afternoon all, I'm Deepa. I'm also from CPA College of Global Studies, Putrathane, and I'm the assistant professor of PG Department of English. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Mr. Anfar. I'm the faculty, the member of English Department, CPA College. I was there in Qatar, in a British Modern International School as a the reading and writing instructor. Now I'm in CPA College.
I am Sadi, working as assistant professor in Department of Commerce at MES Arts and Science College, Perinthalmanna.
I am Afzal, working as a higher secondary teacher in Calicut Girls High Secondary School.
Great job, great job. Okay, maybe as a facilitator, I believe that the first tip may be that you are maybe a student, even though they are not studious, first is to know who they are.
Myself, Dr. Muhammad Yusuf, working as an assistant professor, Department of Chemistry, Farouk College.
Great.
My specialization in photochemistry.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, we'll move to the slides. Okay, yeah.
Myself, I am Arya, and I am coming from CPA College of Global Studies and working in PG Department of Commerce Finance.
Hi all, I am Subin, also from CPA College of Global Studies, Department of Commerce.
Hi all, Anis VK from CPA College of Global Studies, PG Department of Commerce Corporation Department.
Ali Akbar from CPA College, PG Department of Commerce Finance.
My name is Safir, working as an assistant professor in management studies, Department of Management Studies in CPA College.
I am Nuruddin, working in CPA College, assistant professor in Department of Physical Education.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Great job.
I myself, Sadruddin, Vice Principal of CPA College of Global Studies.
ഞാൻ ഡോക്ടർ ഹുസൈൻ ഉണ്ടത്താണ്. ഞാൻ MASലെ പ്രൊഫസറായിരുന്നു, പ്രിൻസിപ്പലായിരുന്നു. പല പരിപാടിയുണ്ട്.
No, he's assistant to. No, he's assistant to.
Shahjur Rahman, System Administrator at the CPA College of Global Studies.
Hello all, happy to be with you. Myself Lemis, again from CPA, faculty from PG Department of English.
Thank you so much. Introduce. Who is that? I was also looking that, who is that? Yeah, please. Yeah.
Hi, എൻ്റെ റിഫാൻ മുഹമ്മദ്. എൻ്റെ ഒപ്പം വന്നതാണ്.
Just I like to take your attention that I will go to the embracing emerging trends and innovative trajectories. Just that everybody like to embrace what is new, because there are drastic changes in assessment. And also, why I have a few friends, they have already subscribed ChatGPT. The teachers, different universities, they have to spend only less time on the assessment of the paper of the students. They ask ChatGPT to do it. I don't know, have you ever done it in your case? Anybody, please hands up. Hands up. Everybody do that? Yeah. How is that effective? How is that effective? How is that effective? Let me hear, from you.
It's just, lessing the time span. That's the only thing that it does.
So you can do better? You can do better than the ChatGPT?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's your confidence. Okay. Give your...
Assessment or teaching?
Teaching, I think, right?
No,
I am going higher level, a level up for assessing. Teaching, everybody take the content, maybe, they use it. Yeah, no. Now assessment, teaching is over.
Assessment is also subjective matter. You
Yeah.
have to, take subjective aspects in assessment also, right? So
Yeah.
ChatGPT can't do in a better way, I think.
No, what they do, they subscribe it because the professional one. If there is a paper from your student, maybe you asked her or him to prepare his thesis, then you give to ChatGPT, it will give which are the issues there. Then you can modify. You can ask again, what kind of modification needed, everything. It will be later on perfect. So I am asking whether you have used it, whether university has any kind of maybe.
No assessment. Sorry.
Yeah.
There is no role of ChatGPT in our system.
Oh no, so far not used. So this is emerging trend. Next one. I'll go quickly, because I'm not talking too much, and I would like to hear from you, because the Educators Without Borders is an international organization. This helps to cater the people what they need. So let's interact and let us talk each other what is really needed for you. Sometimes they have a good funding for some different programs in different countries. They do training for the teachers in some of the European countries, the Balkan areas, So that is necessary further. And also we have something in Indonesia. We do some teachers training. They will tell that what is needed. Most of them requested to do maybe some special skills for them, and also some others maybe publication in international journals, and that we will do together. We'll do together. If you just clarify your necessities, maybe Professor Nasser is here, so he is in the maybe it's a next year project, project planning. Sometimes what is keenly needed for you, he will be able to include it and maybe to deliver in future. That's I'm looking for, nothing to teach here maybe. Okay, let's go to the next one. Engaged in perspective. So he was talking about that, curriculum, because Prof. Nasser, I just talking to him, you understand that he was the one who was there in establishing Zayed University. So in our place, we have maybe UGC. UGC is there. They have their own different kind of rules and other things, But when they initiated university, Zayed University over there, there is no UGC or something, So they themselves do all the things, and they come up with new ideas, and they establish their own curriculum over there. And he was the one went to Malaysia when they initiated IIUM, International Islamic University Malaysia over there. So he has some experience on that. So in curriculum, there is a changing perspective. So I teach one semester in St. Andrews. So earlier it was taught by Europeans over there, especially South Asian culture, Now they realize that somebody who come from South Asia, they can share their experience. So earlier they were teaching from the books and journals and citing something, I will tell you one experience. I was invited to deliver a lecture in Morocco for the youths, and I had a colleague. They asked me to deliver both of us together a lecture. So he came with a slide, and there were a lot of quotes from different people, because it was on empowering youths. So he told that this person has told about this empowering this. Then one lady, she was from America, she stand up and told him, "Sir, we came here not to hear the quotes we have already gone through." Because no student, maybe I don't know how the student in our place, never they will stand up and tell this. So he was embraced. He's a by profession, he is a medical physician. He's working long time in international organization, UN organization. He's from Malaysia. He was taken long way from Malaysia, maybe 10 hours by flight to Morocco, more than 10 hours, maybe 12 hours. He flew to there. So he could not tolerate with the students, maybe the person who attended our sessions, and he told that I cannot modify my lessons according to you. I am told to be here, and I am instructed by the team to present here. But the lady, the youth who was there, she never tolerated with him also. She told that, "No, I don't want to waste my time." She frankly told. Then he told, "Then you go and tell the organizer. I am interested by the organizer." She stood up and went and brought the organizer over there. Then organizer told him, "Do what is needed for the people who are here, because we are catering them. We are giving, we are for students, or we are for them. We are given means, we are given everything for them." So then he told, "No, I cannot do that." Then I was interested to all sessions, but fortunately my presentation was on Kerala. That is my experience on intercultural things in my village, because we have a temple near our place, and we all eat. Maybe you might have seen that every time Manavarisha, Tangal and all come there, and they eat with the people who go for Sabrimala in that temple. So I was just showing what is happening in Kerala as kind of coexistence, and so they were so much impressed. So this is now implemented in European universities. So they are asking me to come and teach, or come and do the modules on South Asia. So it's crazy, So what I'm telling that in the new era, especially in curriculum, when I was a student, I know, just by sharing something, then you have to tell your experiences. I'm giving some of the experience of mine. Maybe I didn't introduce myself. I studied my PG in PSMO College. So I did my PG over there in English language and literature. That time we had a professor, he studied from the best PG English college in Kerala, and he delivered sometimes his note. At that time note taking was very important. One session they will teach, other session they will tell us take the notes. We write a lot. I am so maybe obsessed with writing. Sometimes I don't attend. I had a teacher there, he asked me after 3 months, oh, you are a newcomer? Because on the Wednesdays I never be in the class because he always dictate the notes. Then that professor, another professor, he studied, you might be knowing, there was a professor, very famous professor of English in Devagiri College. He was a half English person. Yeah, Shepherd. So they will bring to us, this is the note given by Shepherd and we got 100% marks with this. Go and grasp it and do it in your exam. Then that teacher was proud enough to give us Shepherd's Sir notes to us. But I didn't write it. I never do that. I cannot do that. Maybe I'm not a very good student, maybe in their sense. I can never do others' note. I will do my own note. I get less marks sometimes. So when I grew up, I understood that, what he was proud of his teacher, but he never evolved as a teacher. He was my teacher was a famous teacher, but as a student, I realized that he never evolved as a teacher. He was with the legacy of his teacher, famous Shepherd Sir, and giving the note, and he is telling that this Shepherd Sir delivered to us, and I delivered last 1 decade to my students. All of them got full marks because the English is Shepherd Sir English. So somebody who analyze or who look into the paper, they will be impressed and give mark. You are the invigilators and you are the examiners. Sometimes you can understand whether it is a language of a student, whether it's a language of teacher, whether you give all marks to them. I don't know. Maybe it's my fault. I think that at that time I was not a student. I cannot do that because I never did it. I am unable to do that. As a nature, as a student, that's my limitation at that time. That time it was big limitation of me as a student. I cannot grasp or I cannot mug up the things what my teacher has given as a note of Shepherd Sir. But when I grew up, maybe after 10 years, I realized that was the strength of me because I evolved as myself as a person. Now I can write as I do write my book, but my professor didn't do that. Why? I practiced myself. It was a grace I got from the God. Nobody taught me because earlier I thought it's a mistake or it's a limitation, but it was not a limitation. But as a teacher, we have to understand, those things. Now I realize that if some people fumble or if they do their own, I tell them you are a graced person. You have something in your own mind. Every people has got, every student, every individual has got their own abilities. Let them do because now we know that, because we tell that the disability, we don't call disability, we call some special things, special students. Yeah, now we are learning all the things. So let's go. So I want to hear from you. I don't want to talk too much of me. Let's hear because you all are experts because you are teaching every day. You might have gone through, because I know some of you 1 decade students, teachers, and some of them 2-3 decades were teaching. Let's hear from you and let us give some inputs to Professor Nursery, what we needed in Kerala. Maybe he can provide us, maybe because some of you from different colleges, let us host together 3 colleges or 4 colleges together, big functions, maybe, they will support us, they will fund us. So let us tell him what we needed exactly, what kind of, because, what is not accessible from our university side or limitation of our colleges. Maybe you will be looking for something, some international collaboration. I found that my friend, he is teaching now in a university, a private university, Shiv Nadar in Delhi. They have a new course with London, University of London. So they will go 1 semester there. It's happening in India now. So you have to do in 2 or 3 days, otherwise you will lose your students. So that kind of things we can connect. We are going to have some kind of MOUs with the different universities, and we have some international connections on that. Sometimes we can help or you also have, because most of you have, your peer teachers, and you all will have, I know that, because you all will have connection with the different scholars from your genre in different universities. So sometimes we can help, and every year we will have a big conference in Abu Dhabi, and we do some other places. We take some of you, and we can interact with other scholars from around the world. That will be helpful, and we'll interact. I'm not talking. So high performance methodology in active learning, these are just jargons, but I learned these, my kids now, they are going to school, they always talk HPL. I asked him, what is HPL, high performance learning? There are something, these kind of things are introduced even in schools nowadays. I like to know from you, whether this kind of, because they are not teaching there. I found that they are not teaching them. They are happy because teachers are not teaching. They are asking them to come up with ideas. They will give the every week they give the weekly plan. 1 week before they send, next week this is happening in the class. So come up with your ideas and papers, everything. They present, everybody present there, and then help the teacher them to improve themselves. Hybrid is something. Okay, let's go next one. Let me finish. So let us think, we have the fostering student engagement. This is what I was telling in different universities, because I was giving South Asian culture in St. Andrews. I asked the students where you are from, and it's interesting that it's a part of global culture. In the universities we don't have here. When I was studying here, because they will ask, there are different modules. You have to take this kind of modules in every semester. So they choose from different areas. So I asked, which genre you are? Somebody from international studies, somebody from history. In one class, I'm teaching them all South Asian culture, but one student will be from international, some will be from history, social science, Islamics, all together. And then I will ask them, they go different modules in different lecture rooms. Then they write the exam, they pass it, because this kind of maybe modified methodologies or methods they use over there. I don't know whether we could do here, maybe in future, because I was impressed. And also these students from very top university, St. Andrews, the university is equal maybe to Oxford in other part, because now they are proud that King studied over there. So I asked where you are from. One from UCL, one from Oxford, all of them. But what is interesting is that they all from different majors. They have a major, that's a major they take, but their subsidiaries they take differently and they go to different classes. But we have subsidiaries here, but it is taught in same class, but the teacher comes from the other division. The history teacher will come and teach the history of English language. He will tell this is a history of English language and all the things. So I think it will be modified here maybe soon, It interact the students, that give them a lot. Let us hear from you, on this subject. I am not talking, just these tips. And I will tell you, maybe all the team, in your table you discuss this and talk about this. One of you can talk. In the first, maybe you all discuss and keep it with you. Then find a person from your side to describe this. I am not describing. You describe. I am not the one who came here. Yeah, please. Discuss it yourself, these topics, and give your input. Some of you can stand up from your team. Please. We'll finish before just 1 o'clock. Fostering student engagement. I'll tell you, fostering student engagement, how did you do? How do you do that? How did you do earlier? What's your opinion on this? Have you interested in this or you just help them to mug up? And also encouraging critical thinking. How do you do that? Give an experience, give an example from your life. How do you do about this encouraging critical thinking? Promoting collaborative learning. What do you do here in the classroom to promote collaborative learning? And also adopting artificial intelligence and metaverse is something that we discussed. Have you done that, or what is that? Let's hear from you, Okay, please write it down. Once you have finished, some of them in the group stand up and just explain. Because you are the current teachers. You teach more than me, I teach one semester only. You teach all the semester. I do maybe training and also my own writing other time. And also, if you are not practicing it, you can tell that I wish to do this. Maybe you will have better vision. University don't allow you. Maybe your principal don't allow you. Because he has restrictions in university, He cannot mix the students from other class to hear lot of other issues. So once you are ready, let us start from one person. Can I think? You discuss and tell. Some of you. Please quickly, in 5 minutes. Ready? If anybody ready, hands up, please. Even no need of telling all the things. If some of you are interested in one, come up and explain it. I think, please. Anybody ready? Yeah. You ready? Come up here.
We can talk here.
Yeah. No. You have to come up here because you are facilitating now, because I'm not the one. Come up here and on the dais. Yeah. Keep the mic there. You use that mic. Take just 2-3 minutes and complete quickly and finish. Yeah.
Actually, we all are interested in fostering student engagement, encouraging critical thinking, etc. But unfortunately, our system of education is different. We are talking about higher order thinking, how to improve the higher order thinking. We can give it in classrooms, but the students will not listen to that points because the system of evaluation is entirely different. So when we teach in this manner, they know that they don't want up to that. So what they are doing is, before the examination, we have a system of books like grades. They are purely depending on the grade books. So they will get questions from that, and that questions only will be there. Okay, I will tell you one more experience. In the last semester examination, we have a paper called physical chemistry. So physical chemistry is mainly deals with the problems, half parties problems. Unfortunately, I couldn't see a single problem in that question paper. So students were ready with calculator to do the problems, but they don't want to use that. So the system has to change, not only the teacher. That is my point. Thank you.
Great. Let me not answering, in fact with him these things, because I switched from English language to history and civilization when I have done my PhD. I did my PhD in history and civilization. I did the new book. Whatever I write, I always question what is going on there. I think that because he is telling that who will be the next decision makers? You are the one to be dean, You will be the one making decision in future. So you will be well equipped to do decision making in next time. This won't be repeated because the other deans and the other department heads, they have done these bad jobs, and you are going to repeat it again. No, take an oath now. I will never ever do that. I will never ever do that. These things. And one more thing. I have my kids, they go in school, there is no evaluation. the teacher can evaluate better, teacher who is spending 1 year with the student, teacher knows better whether he can go to next class, who should be. They evaluate every day. The students. Every week they have evaluations. They will ask them, there is a Google sheet with many questions. The student has to fill it in the class every week, what they have already acquired. Not in year. They are not waiting a year. They do ask to them. They call. Such kind of system is there in schools, not in universities. It's in a school they are going. But there is no exam. There is no headache. No exam at all. Teacher, as a teacher, you know that who has to be the first rank person in your class. And if another one, if you don't think he will get better mark, if he comes with that highest mark, we have to be suspect on him. How he can? He cannot. There will be some malpractice on that. So this should be our next system. This should be implemented. Who will implement? We don't wait for another Masih. You are the one, in sitting here will be the deans and maybe the vice chancellors in future. Take the decisions. So take an oath. We'll change it. Because you have bad experience on that. Come up with the next one. Please. Please. Who is that? Yeah. Maybe I'll start. Please come. Principal, come. Come. Yeah.
In fact, I was just going through the lanes. And first of all, I thank you to open up these ideas to us. And in fact, if I look at each one, fostering student engagement, basically we have to engage students in the sense what I have seen. If you take the geographical domain of Kerala, what I have seen, the involvement in education or spending for education is a new trend, in fact, especially in Malabar. Even though we have some prestigious institutions, when compared with other communities and the religious groups, our entering into education field itself is a new. So we have to start from the beginning, in fact, because even though we have some good institutions, the kind of student engagement, for example, I was just checking the courses which we are offering. We are always going with the trend, but what I have seen, the courses like if I take social science courses, social work, subject social work encourages field work, but how many colleges in Malabar we have social work courses? It's very limited. But when you go to central Kerala and the other part of Kerala, you can see, especially the Christian-owned education institutions, they promote field work. They encourage student engagement with the field, with the community, as like the previous talk professor asked us to do. So we are actually behind. We have to move forward. Then when it comes to critical thinking, even though our education system long back introduced Paulo Freire's pedagogy of the oppressed through tiered curriculum and other ways, I don't know how much it is executed, critical thinking, and what is the methodology for teaching students to be critically thinking. Okay, and students always think that to be very critical, questioning the religion, questioning the tradition, it is not like that. But we have this right or wrong binaries. But we should always ask students to move beyond the binaries and right and wrong considerations. Then when it comes to collaborative thinking, of course, in the beginning I said, same. Then the third one, artificial intelligence. In fact, I was thinking, I spent 4 years for my PhD, and after that 3 years for my postdoctoral research, 7 years for research. Using ChatGPT, I can write my PhD and postdoctoral research using only 1 week. I spent 7 years, and now we have ChatGPT and other platforms for doing research. So how we are going to use it in a right way is a time that we have to think about. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. But maybe just a clarification, I use ChatGPT also, but you cannot come up with a new idea, because in a PhD thesis, you have to counter earlier arguments, What have done in your, why you do a research? I believe that the universities I am collaborated, they don't ask you to a research if you are not coming up with a hypothesis, new hypothesis means something new that you are countering others, and you have to prove it. You have to prove in scientific, you have to do scientifically. I am from the other genre, especially from social science. We have to tell, which are the writings, because literature have done so far, and what they are lacking, what they have forgotten or what they could not highlight in their studies, that we have to come up with. ChatGPT cannot do that now. I don't know in future what is that, Now ChatGPT cannot do that. They can come up with the idea they have, but that already done, not new. So the innovative thing, that will be the highlight of your research. Otherwise, they don't accept the paper. That you have to be, when you will be in maybe a supervisor, if you come with something literature review, I found most of the researchers here are a higher literature review. Nothing is primary there, We have to find primary sources, something new, what it contrary to somebody has told. Yeah, this is, you have to keep in mind, you don't allow, you be a supervisor, you don't allow him to, because I know my friend, he was doing a PhD in Leiden University. He took 4 years to convince his teacher that he is coming up with a new subject that is acceptable. Yeah? But the supervisor made him the best one in the subject in the world. Now he is published with the best publisher. Yeah. Now he got into the best university in the world. So he was helping him. So you should help. Don't allow him to sneak into the academia easily, You should take a decision in qualities. ChatGPT will be failed on that. Or the machine will be failure when we have a human intelligence. I am still sure on that. Okay, please. And we will do maybe 1 minute or 2 minutes, sum up quickly your presentations here. Then anybody has a comment can make it.
So before that, I would like to say that I'm also from PSMO. I did my PG from PSMO. In that way, you are my senior. I have also done PG in English from PSMO.
Which year it was in?
2017-19.
17?
17 to 19.
Oh, I was 17 years before.
Oh, okay, fine.
In 2000 itself, I am not young one.
Okay, so the first topic, fostering student engagement, as sir said, we can inculcate more presentations and publications. I think that is a good way, because you have to make the students to do things instead of just lecturing things. So lecture is there, but apart from that, we have to make the students to do or produce things first. So that is what I got from you, and that is what we have to look deeper into. So researchers, we just look at researchers from the degree time. So after, or the completion of the degree is the time when we look at research from the students. So before that, from the basic time itself, we can, make the students do researches. We have introduced one research forum in our department, which look deeper into, we have taken this idea from PSMO itself, because we had this research forum sessions every Wednesdays, I think. So that thing was very helpful for us, and we had to present our views on different topics, and that helped us very much. So that thing we are doing, and researchers contribute a lot towards making this or molding the students in that better way. And And the problem we face is like our system of education is very different. As we said, we always hear these times, wings chariot hurrying, yes, the poet, Marlowe said, we always hear this Harriet, wings charioting before. So that is the problem, and we always look at the semester ending time, and we always hear this, just finish your portions, just please make it fast. So that thing makes us feel that, we have very less time and we don't get enough time to make the students do things. So that thing is there. Then encouraging critical thinking is very, important thing that we have to look deeper into, but we do it very less. Like we don't give or we don't provide enough sessions to make the students think critically. So that is a very problematic thing, I think. Then the teachers should be very approachable. That is very essential. That key Ricard and Joe's kind of a look that we give all the time to the students is very, problematic. We have to be approachable. Our principal, I would like to talk about him, especially he is the principal who doesn't have a kind of, PA or any other system. Any student can, directly go to him and talk about their innovations, and he will give a space for all the students. So that in way, our principal is a very good example for that approachable manner that he is using today. And collaborative learning, I think this kind of fraternity or kind of harmony between students should be there. So then only we can use this collaborative learning technique. There should be harmony between the students. So that way we have, I'm not promoting CPA, but still the things that we are using is very, that is also our principal's idea, secular forum that is introduced by our principal himself. So the secular ideology should be promoted enough to, make the students, provide a harmonious situation. So he has introduced himself that a secular forum should be in the college to address all the issues that is happening in the society, like this Palestine issues or Manipur issues, whatever the issues are, we are constantly or simultaneous, in a very simultaneous manner, we are addressing the issue. So that kind of harmonious gesture should be there in between the students. And then last but not the least, I'm sorry for that. Artificial intelligence. Yes. So artificial intelligence, as we said, ChatGPT is a very, though we use it for the network and all those things, that is very, we have already, we as CPA, our fraternity has taken an initiative because we had decided earlier that we will not use ChatGPT for network. So that is the thing that we used. We didn't use ChatGPT for any of the network because we had in our mind that all the things that we will be producing will be from our mind also. Our effort should be there. So we had eliminated this AI things from our network and all the work. So ChatGPT or any other AI systems, those systems are, that kills our productive manner, that kills our inner self. So that thing should be mentioned. It's a subjective thing. Students should be able to produce subjective things. So that way AI or all this artificial intelligence, though it is helpful, I think it kills the productive aspect of the student. So that is what we
Thank you.
I think. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We have only limited time left, because I will stop on time. Time is very important for us. So I will quickly go to other slide and just note it down which one you want to talk. Those who didn't, the tables, those who didn't come with any of the slides, not the same slide, because we have discussed those slides maximum. So we will go these slides, note it down. Some of you can come up with ideas on the different slide. This is a slide that, integration of technology in teaching, effective use of educational softwares, whether you have any software to use in, have you been using, or whether you have bought it, I found that some of the universities, they buy or they subscribe. I don't know the colleges here, because they subscribe the best, because there are some people in the world, they buy everything and they put there, they have software, just like, even as we know Netflix, we know such kind of things, we'll get all the movies there for small subscription. Just like that, there are educational providers, they give everything. The Apple is there, so sometimes Google is there, I don't know whether can, because Prof was making available Apple education materials for Zayed University, but I don't know, we don't have the means, money for buying it for our people. So there are such kind of things, you have to find it out and subscribe it. Then online platforms, there are some others, and utilizing virtual reality tools, whether, because it's very new, because the end I use the best one that coming up. So note it down, some of you have to come up with this. Take it as, I'll go the next. This is very much indeed, in modern India we need this, because there are polarization everywhere. So education has to provide all the things, inclusivity, diversity and cultural sensitivity has to be maintained there. So this is in classroom we have to develop it. How do we do? We do maybe somehow. So it's very important, because one of my friends, because I was in Australia, I've done my postdoctoral studies over there, I studied there. Then some of them in UK also have been there with the community who migrated from there and living there, they have a passport. I will ask, what is the issue you face in America and UK after generation migrated to over there? They tell that, yeah, my kids, they go to school, then they are not accepting our culture, because I told that's the best quality of the school you send them, because school teach them British culture. Inculcated culture is not only teaching, it is given, it is practiced. He became a British person. He know what time has to be married, how to be married, and how to deal with others, how to use best accent. And he molded in schools. Have you ever been done it here? I don't know, you have to answer that. Okay, let's go next. So note it down, some of you can come up. This is for you only, that other one for students. Okay? Because I know, when I was a student, I'm not blaming the teachers, At that time, teacher will do some other things. And when they come to school, teachers, they will come, and I will ask the last year students, yeah, same note we gave, the teacher given same note last year, the same before that. So whether teacher got the necessary skills, whether he upgraded his skills or her skills, we have to assess ourselves, as a teacher, what level he has reached. Then training and technology integration, whether as a teacher he got any training in technologies that implemented or newly found in his own field. Then same, continuous, go next one. So note it down, some of you want to come and talk on the subject. Fostering community practices. This is, that giving back to the community. What is the main objective of teaching, or learning? Community development, or this is, have you done it? Benefits of collaboration. But UGC asks us to do something, some in community. So that time before UGC comes, we go there, we do 2 field works or help some of them, and or build a house, then come back. So we are doing for UGC. Why UGC is telling this? This is to develop a culture in the students and community. Have you ever done? We are giving a notion to the students. We are doing this for UGC. We are doing this for examinations. Then you got A plus and A plus plus. If I am in the UGC, I will give them big 0. If I am going there, sometimes I will be boosted out because I don't have, because once I attended, I will tell you a story that once I attended a seminar in Brennan College 2-3 years before. It was funded by what is that, Higher Education Council, what is that, the higher body of you, the Higher Education, Government of Kerala Higher Education Council, what? Yeah, there will be a chairman, he has a good power, they have much fund, they are bringing the people from outside. For universities, scholars normally they provide fund for you. And they organize this it and I presented a paper. It was totally against the norms of history on language taught here. So those two experts who were from there, they told they were against, and some of my friends, they teach in other universities, they told that don't tell outwardly, don't argue with them outwardly. Why? They told that no, they will help, that will badly affect our promotions, they told. Some of you are afraid of that. I think you will get better promotion, better universities if you have skill. No worries, you know. No worries. I argue with him because I am not teaching here. Then we had a good argument with him. Then they told that he is in all committees. Everybody is afraid of him. So there is a notion in my, maybe I don't know. So improve your skills, and importance of peer learning is there, opportunities and professional development come up. Yeah, this is I told high performance methodologies. Okay, let's go next. Active learning strategies, type of active learning activities, engaging students through the participations. Maybe you do all the things at your classroom. So I want to hear from you because we are on time. I will go on time. So next one. Finish. This is new now. I don't know whether you have gone because Miss Christian Hossel will be talking more of these things. Just keep in mind, you know, you have before maybe you have to teach another 10 years, you know, there will be a drastic change in university education, I'm sure. Please. Yeah, next one. Next. Yeah, technology integration, almost same, you know, how whether you use any technology. Okay. This also do, the last one, you know, the professional development for teachers. You have some teachers training courses and other things, and I will tell you, do yourself, you know. Try, go for some conferences and workshop and connect with the best faculty. I mean the best person in the field. You should be in front of him. If I am in history, the best historian who have done work in the field, he should be your friend. To be his friend, you have to work. You should have something in your hand that attract him. Don't write a letter, you know, he don't respond to you. If you have something innovative in your hand, he will be your friend forever. Okay? So, next, last one. Thank you so much, and come up. We will put the slide which you would like to speak, and we will finish because we have 5 minutes. Everybody can speak 1 minute. We will choose four people. We will start with Muhammad Ali sir, you know. Something. Or end with. Okay, we will end with him. Okay. Who? Please. Which slide you tell her? Which slide you want? He will put the slide. Talk maybe 1 minute, you know. Because the time is very important in other place also. Coming on time, stopping on time. So we will finish in 5 minutes. 1 o'clock we will finish. We have to finish.
Good afternoon. When I was working in Saudi Arabia in PVS International School, actually we had a program called Model UN Conference. Even now we are, the school is doing, I am not working there now. The plan is each student will be assigned to be the delegate of a country. So all are from the same class, but one student will be the delegate of Pakistan, one will be the delegate of Georgia, like that. And they will be sitting and they will go and find out, they will be given topics. That can be sustainable development or any topic, and there will be 3 bodies of UN. UNESCO will be there, UNGC will be there, Security Council will be there. And they will be given different topics, and the children, they have to go and do research. And they have to come and speak for the country which they represent. And there will be questions from the other countries, from the participants, from the delegates of the other countries. Even they will not, they will follow exactly the rules and the norms of UN while talking. So what happens as a result, each and every child will be aware about the global issues. They will do, they will learn, and they will sometimes they will come in the costumes of the country they represent. So integration is there, collaborative learning is there. So this is one of the practices we used to have there. I think I have exceeded 1 minute. Yeah. Okay. And when we talk about ChatGPT and all, as a teacher, what I feel, ChatGPT can give us maybe everything we think. But we have to make it original, and even now there are AI tools to check that, to check that if the product is from AI or it is original. Even the AI tools are available like that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And there are some new, okay, give a good applause. And there are some other things, you can cover. There are some AI platform. If you take from there, nobody can identify. You have to pay for that, okay? Because the technology is developing. So somebody can come up. Please, we have one more person, because I like to go on time, Time is more important than. So one person can come from you. Eat this table, somebody? Yeah, please. Come up yourself. 1 minute, 1 minute. You have to be on time, and please, just 1 minute, share your experience.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I would like to talk about AI. In terms of moral inculcating or the values inculcation, through robots we have seen a lot of changes in moral inculcation, in values inculcation. So on one side, if we see that there is the demerits of AI or any other thing, but on the other side there are the merits of also that. So in terms of education, when it comes to the AI, we can take a long help from AI. And recently, I am the teacher of religious studies as well as Arabic. So I have taken the help of AI. I have taken the help of that video or that kind of source to teach my students how to be obedient, how to be respectable towards the society, towards the parents and all. So that's the important factor. As being the teacher of the language, when it comes to AI, then that time we say AI is not that much authentic, because when it comes to translation or language learning, original work is much needed, which only human brain can do. So on one side, if we take the help, on the other side, we talk about the demerits of that. So when it comes to AI, we have to keep in mind the both sides of AI. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for this. And I'm stopping because it's 1 o'clock now, because you have got the idea, and maybe you yourself, maybe homework, that normally you give to the students, that we have to do ourselves. I told you, you can keep in mind. And because we have a form, we will share a form to you, and you can write there something you like to maybe collaborate, or what you like to expect from the side of the Educators Without Borders. And I like to sum up. And we have here MP Prashant, you may be knowing that Indian Express, he is always writing his own column. He came here to join with us. So thank you so much for joining us, and hope we will have more opportunities in future. Yeah, let us go for our lunch.